18-year-old, love drinking, love partying, love going out. It's like, why don't I sell a few tickets and make it worth my while? Then at least I was just happy to cover the cost of my night out.
All of that then just crashed. What did you tend to like? You were like, fuck it, and how did even? I suppose everything just stopped, really, didn't it?
Literally everything. So
the show must go on, as they say. Right?
And I got laid off in the same week. From my normal job. Yeah,
that's very good.
Because I was like,
let's leave all that in.
Yeah, okay. Which I think is a cool idea too.
Keep that a secret, because I don't know that.
Okay. You help us grow, we can help you grow.
Of course.
So some of them seen them at our events, and they're like, okay, cool, and we get that all the time. And that's the whole point of it, is to build a community.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Not too bad, man. Thanks for coming on the show.
Nice to be finally here now.
Finally, yeah, I know, yeah. We had a hectic weekend last weekend.
Too hectic now.
I'd say you don't get no stop, basically, from even like just going off Halloween, and then the week after that then was
Derek
Warfield and the Young Wolf Tones.
That was hectic.
And that was 3 nights on the trot.
Yeah, it was Vancouver on the Friday, Edmonton on Saturday. But that was the initial plan, and then we decided to go and add more work for ourselves and put another show in.
Why not? Like, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was fun though.
The Sunday show, man, that's the one that I got to go to, and fuck, man, unbelievable. Yeah,
well, it was even crazier on the Friday.
You were telling me that he's 80 years of age, like it's.
Yeah, that's what I think. I don't know. He flew in on the Thursday, flew to Edmonton on the Saturday, flew back here on the Sunday, and then flew to Ireland on the Monday. If that was just any normal person, I'd struggle with the travel.
Yeah, what's the time zones then?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then also, Eddie is the lad in the band we were drinking with in...
Big shout out to Eddie.
Shout out to Eddie, what a champ. And Brittany as well.
Yes.
But they were saying that they're home to Ireland for a week for a couple of shows, and then they fly out to Boston.
Yeah, they arrived home on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And they're doing 3 shows, I think, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then they're flying back to Boston on Tuesday. Yeah, they're home for 1 week. Yeah. And then I was looking at their schedule.
I think it's up to fucking Christmas or something.
Yeah, I think they're doing 5 shows most weeks. So yeah, fair hats off to them.
Fucking no rest for wicked.
No,
cheers,
definitely.
Man.
Cheers.
All right. So tell us, how did all of this promoting and getting into organising nights
That's a long way back now at this stage.
Yeah.
Back when I was 18.
No way.
Yeah, so I started in Velvet nightclub in Sligo. Yeah, it's changed its name about 65 million times since then. I just started. I was 18-year-old, love drinking, love partying, love going out. It's like, why don't I sell a few tickets and make it worth my while? Then at least I was just happy to cover the cost of my night out. Yeah. I used to get free into all the events. It was great.
Wicked. And make money as well. Yeah. It's a hard thing to do when you're 18.
Yeah, 18. So I had my own part-time job at the weekend, but I was getting free into nightclubs during the week, so it was great.
How did you were you in the scene so you knew all DJs?
Some of my friends were DJs, yeah. So then they decided they wanted, because doing promo was never really a big thing. Well, in Sligo anyway, back when I was in college. Yeah. They kind of only started it. Yeah. So my friends were all DJs, and then the nightclubs were like, oh, we're looking for someone to do a few bits of promoting. Which I'd never done before, but I was like, right, we'll go and give it a try. Yeah. Then started in Sligo when I was 18, done it in New York when I was 21. Yeah. With Paddy Green. He's from Sligo too.
No, I shout out to him too.
Yeah, go on, Paddy. Yeah. New York was a big eye-opener. Big difference coming from Sligo, promoting to drunk students on the street for €2. Then in New York, like, you're selling tables for 1,500 and bottles for 500 quid. And
but what club were you associated
So Paddy
with?
Green owns a promotions company in New York. So they do every nightclub pretty much in New York.
Holy fuck.
Hundreds and hundreds.
So how did let's go back into Ireland where you just posting pictures on.
That's all out on the street. So
that's on the street, right?
Outside the college.
Yeah.
So we used to, anytime you had a break from college, you're rushing out to the main streets, shooting bars. Then you're working on the streets at night time, selling tickets, cheaper tickets, up at the shooting bars before you go.
Yeah, of course.
Then in New York, it's completely different. If you want to go out tonight, you message me and I tell you, right, meet me here at this time, and I just bring you straight into the nightclub. Completely different. Fuck. Yeah.
But when you're like, message me and you go, give me how many people you got.
Yeah, so it had to be names, ages,
and cash.
Well, they paid when they arrived there.
Yeah.
But it's all more high end. So I looked after J1 nights over there, which were pretty tough because J1ers don't have money.
Yes.
But we were getting them in for $30, whereas if you weren't on guest list, it was $80 again tonight. Just a standard nightclub, just to stand there.
I'd say even in the States alone, and J1ers, because they're fucking possibly 20, you're like, oh man, you have to go back and doctor that.
But what they done was, it's mad. So it's America works, and you can get in anywhere with underage. Put $20 under your ID. The bouncers just don't even look at it. They put the money in their pocket. And I was like, if you're doing that for 10 people a night, you won't be doing too bad for yourself.
Yeah, that's fucking very true. So how did you get linked up to Jika Jika then?
So I ran my own events company. Well, there was like 4 of us in it. Shout out to the boys.
Yeah.
In 2015, I think it was.
What was that
called? Hush.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Nice name.
So the first person we booked was Stephen Porter.
Cool.
Who runs Jika
Jika
Jika.
Jika, yeah.
So that was in 2015, I think it was. We had a very brief conversation with him. Do you know, he'd done the gig for us. The gig went great. We'd done a few more after that, but then everyone was so busy in college, we kind of left that aside. So then Stephen and his wife Debbie were out here on holidays in 2019. And I was like, I have these plans.
During COVID or before?
Just before COVID. So I moved here in the April of 2019. They were here in probably the June of 2019, and then COVID was 2020. So I had these plans, and like I didn't really have the contacts. I worked with nightclubs, but they were the ones with all the contacts.
Yeah.
So I needed someone that had a bit more in what was going on. I knew I could do the promoting and marketing, but I needed someone to actually book the acts and do this or whatever. So they happened to be here on holidays in June, and I said, you know what, fuck it, I'll just give them a text and see. It's a fun day. They were like, come down, have dinner. And then the rest is history, pretty much.
No way.
Yeah, so then the worst part was we went to announce Blind Boy. So we paid deposits and all for Blind Boy on the Monday. We announced it on the Wednesday, and we were going to put the tickets on sale on the Friday.
Yeah.
COVID hit on the Thursday. So that was in 2020. So then that put all the plans on hold for 2 years.
Shit. Yeah.
So it's been a whirlwind. But I feel like we're moving in the right direction now. Still have a long way to go.
100%.
Slowly getting there, but yeah, I think we're making good strides.
Definitely.
Yeah, slowly.
100%. Cheers. Let's go for a second.
Yeah,
that's your early birthday. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, this is fine.
So fucking all of that then just crashed. What did you tend to like? You were like, fuck it, and how did even? I suppose everything just stopped, really, didn't it?
Literally everything. So we paid deposits on Blind Boy and everything.
Did that just like be frozen and then?
Well, they could give it. They were on to give it back to us.
Yeah.
Which was nice of them, but we were like, right, we need to show that we're serious about doing this.
Yes.
So we left it there. So it was tough. Yeah, we could have done having it back.
Yeah, of course.
But no, that's just the way we went. And we're like, right, we don't want to lose this now because we'd already announced. So if we gave that money back, then obviously someone else could have seen, oh, there's an opportunity here.
Yes,
so we're like, right, let's just keep it there. And it paid off. We done 2 shows on them in April just gone.
Yeah.
One here and one in Toronto. And both of them sold out.
Unreal.
Yeah, so it was a long time coming. But no, in the end, it was great.
Well, I tell you a cool story that a mate told me, because we grew up close to Limerick.
Yeah.
How like cool Blind Boy is when he was a younger kid.
Yeah.
Before he was Blind Boy, he used to do his own kind of like social experiments, right? And he would walk the street. He'd walk like Cruiser Street or a street in Limerick, and he would first do it with no bag, nothing. He'd just walk down the street and then try and get like girls' attention, right? And then he would do it again, but he would go to like an expensive shop for chocolates, like Lindt or whatever, and hold it like really odd in front of him and walk down the street.
I can just picture him doing it too.
Yeah. And then like he was saying, like he just took note of how much like interaction he got because he was do you know what? I think it was wrong. I think he had the chocolates the whole time. He was having them down the side, and then he was like walking down like this, and it was
He's
like
an absolute genius.
He's
so funny. The stories he told me when I was sitting with him, because like usually you don't really get to spend so much time with someone like him.
Yeah.
But I sat for hours talking to him. And the stories he tells are crazy.
even going back on the whole like how they started off, and the everyone has known the fucking.
Yeah, so that's why even when he asked questions in the audience, many people try to make jokes about the horse outside. And
I know.
And he was like, "Okay, are we still living in 2015?"
I was going to go back to even the prank phone calls and stuff like that. It was class, man.
It's crazy how long he's around.
It is, man. Yeah.
Just in completely different characters, pretty much.
Exactly, and even fucking. Just as another podcaster, he's like, fuck, and coming from Limerick is really close. Yeah. I'm like, if he can do it, like we can all do
definitely.
It. Definitely. 100%. So then when you were doing Jika Jika and promoting nights with them, Blind Boy was the first one originally, and then COVID came in, and then you were like, okay, kind of slowly getting back into it. How did you get back into it, and what was the first gig?
What was the first gig? The first gig was Yasmin Kardezi.
Yeah.
It was in May I remember the day so well because so many issues happened. The 2nd of May, I think it was the 2nd of May, that date's probably wrong. 2nd of May 2022.
Yeah.
Everything under the sun could have went wrong for that gig. We had venues, then venues cancelled, then there was electrical problems in another venue, then there was 2 rooms in another one, then there was only 1 room, and I think we went through like 5, 6 venues.
Oh shit.
So it was meant to be Yasmin and Nancy live. So then her visa didn't come true, so then we weren't sure if she was going to get here. Then we're like, and then I think the 2 days before we had no venue, and Nancy Live wasn't going to be at the event. So for our first event in Canada, our 2 headliners, one of them was going to be here, one wasn't, and we had no venue.
The show must go on, as they say. Right?
And I got laid off in the same week. From my normal job. So it was a nightmare of a week.
You're like, this has to work out.
Yeah, I think I got laid off on the Tuesday, and at that stage we were like, right, Nancy Live's not going to make it here. The gig was on the Friday. I was like, what the fuck are we meant to do now? Thank God Yasmin turned up. Everyone else that played that night was absolutely unreal, and we had a venue. It wasn't the nicest venue. It was on East Hastings.
What was the venue?
The venue was rough and ready, and that's all.
No more names.
No more information about the venue. Anyone that was there will know what it's like. We won't be going back.
I think I know the venue, maybe.
Yeah, you
maybe
probably do. I hope you haven't been there either.
I don't know, maybe.
But yeah, no, that's where it started.
Maybe for rent check, no?
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what you've down there for. That was the first gig, and that was actually, it ended up being a really good gig because my expectations were so high at the start, and then I was like, do you know what? I don't even give a fuck anymore. Just whatever happens, as long as we have the venue, the DJs are here, just as long as everyone has a good time, then it doesn't really matter after that.
I'm interested into like running events in New York, running events in Ireland, and then if you'd compare it all. And even going on, not even just taking a comparison off your first event.
I feel in Ireland, people say Ireland's saturated with events, but Vancouver is absolutely saturated when it comes to events. And props to everyone else that's running events. Like, I think there's enough space for everyone, but then there's also not enough space for everyone because everyone's what ends up happening is everyone's trying to run them on the same night.
Yes, 100%.
So I think there's enough space for everyone if everyone sits down and communicates with each other. So that's what I'm trying to do with a lot of people now is no competition at all. I don't think anyone's competition with anyone. There's enough space for everyone, but I feel like if everyone communicates and it's like, okay, I want to do something on the 2nd of December, then I can be like, okay, cool. So I'm not running on the 1st.
Yes.
What happens is nobody talks to anyone. And then what happens is they're all on the one weekend and then there's nothing for the whole weekend.
100%.
But then I feel in Ireland, I'm from Sligo, it's not really props to some of the boys that are running events still at home, but it's harder for them because it's just you're competing with just the nightclubs.
And then it's like fucking the amount of people in Limerick
so much
or whatever.
Smaller. And then you're trying to bring an act in on a Saturday night, but a nightclub down the road can just charge a tenner and you just go there. It's hard. So it's hard to compare. Then you go to New York, that's a different breed of things altogether. That's a beast. There's hundreds.
Hustle and bustle, right?
Yeah, it's just hustle. You just need to, that's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be in with the right people. So thankfully when I lived there, I was in with the best. So they're helping me as we relaunch New York next in St. Patrick's weekend. So that
Who are you bringing up for that?
Top secret right now.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. No worries.
We're there. We're nearly there. But we're going to relaunch that with all the boys I used to work for and with. So they have knowledge of the whole city. So I feel like that's going to be really, really exciting.
Fucking sick. Unreal. I'm excited to hear
more
when it comes out.
Soon.
So then, all right, so let's move away from Jika Jika a little bit because that's one entity. And then you set up Amadan Promotions and Secret Sessions.
Yeah.
What was the mentality of doing 2 separate ones? And my question is, why didn't you do it under one?
So Jika Jika is known for electronic music.
True, yeah.
Festivals, just raves.
Yeah.
So then we were like, okay, that market's getting saturated over here. We still obviously want to have a big part to play in that over here.
Yeah.
But why don't we go into a market with live entertainment?
100%.
There's no one really doing live music from Ireland, live bands. There's little bits of it, they touch the surface, but not a lot. There's no Irish podcasters really coming over. We brought Blind Boy over. We had Ardell O'Hanlon over there, Dougal Maguire.
Was that one that was class?
Yeah, Joanne McNally now. So she came over here
Yeah.
with Live Nation. But there's not a lot of it. It seems to be a little bit more. I saw Shane Todd is over here this week as well. So there's a little bit more coming in, but not a lot. So we're like, why don't we set up our own company and try and promote Irish talent coming from Ireland?
Of course, yeah.
So we do it already with DJs. So why don't we now just bring it with live entertainment? Because a lot of live entertainment gets like overlooked over here. I feel like
100%.
there's not a whole point
but there's great venues here.
Oh, it's great venues, and there's so many Irish people.
Yeah.
So like we're like that market. I find is a lot easier for us to move in.
Was it? I love the name because you were like Amadan. Was it that moment of like?
Yeah, two
this
idiots.
Is perfect.
Yeah, two idiots run the events together. Me and Stephen. So we're like, right, we'll just call it Amadan Promotions. I can ask that question every day. But yeah, that's literally, people think there's some like magical reason behind it.
So you get a Canadian, you're like, what's Amadan?
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't even try and explain to them. Leave them where they are. Yeah, it's literally, that's so simple. It's just two idiots decide to go big and run events over here, and yeah, here we are today.
Fucking sick.
Then that's Secret Sessions is like the baby of the three.
Yeah.
It's only running since June. So it's just intimate small gigs.
Yeah.
Most people like, it's real intimate, everyone kind of sits on the floor.
Nice.
And it features 3 musicians, and the talent of musicians in the city is absolutely incredible.
Fucking sick, yeah.
So that moves away from the whole Irish kind of thing. It's more broader to begin with anyhow. Like we got, I think we had put up an application for him. I think we got over 120 people in the first week.
No way.
And like they're all singer-songwriters, they all write their own music. They're all on Spotify, they're all like in studios writing albums, they're on tours.
Yes.
But they just don't get the platform in the city.
Yeah,
Because the way we put it is, if you go to a bar, you don't want to listen to someone singing their original music. Realistically, you don't.
No.
You want to listen to what's going to get everyone dancing around the place.
Yeah, of course.
And like, this is where it's hard for them. So our whole thing is, other people are doing it in the city too, but we want to bridge the gap between musicians and promoters and
the
venue
audience
owners and bring it all together. So to kind of connect people.
Yeah.
So what we're doing, like anyone that's played for us, we kind of like, they've become friends to other musicians they're on. Then like our sound tech, so we have different guys that played at some of the shows, they do our sound on certain nights. So then they all kind of help each other and like one...
Just creating a community.
Yeah, it's creating a community.
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to do, because a lot of musicians said when they moved to the city, it's very hard to make friends in the same industry unless you're on gigs. But like some gigs you do, you're on a big stage, you just pass a musician in the corridor. They're actually talking to each other. So our whole thing is try and build a community and everyone talks together. And it's not just running shows and making money. It's involving everyone. So like one person could be a producer that was at the show. Then they hear you want to make an album. Okay, so they're going to give you a discount rate and help you. And this person helps. It's more just helping each other.
Yeah.
So far,
I've definitely noticed that even since we started doing the podcast, like guests would even like recommend another guest, and then it just kind of snowballs.
Literally, you end up meeting. So like we get emails all the time. They're like, "Oh, I'm running a festival. Do you know any good musicians that you can recommend?" And like we've loads of people.
With Secret Sessions, is that's since it's a small intimate thing? Is it a weekly thing, or is it going to be weekends?
Well, we do it during the week.
Yeah.
So we're only doing one a month at the moment.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of trying to like perfect everything. We don't want to do too many shows and like lose control of how we actually want it actually to run.
And I can imagine, Jesus, that's only one entity itself. You have 2 or more, so you're flat out, right?
Usually there's like 3 gigs a month.
Yeah.
I think July I had no gigs. That was like, okay, I didn't really know what to do with myself. August was pretty quiet too.
Give me a break.
Yeah, now we're back to, I had 3 gigs already this month. Nice. Yeah, so we're 3 to 4 a month.
When is the next Secret Session? Because
it's next Thursday.
Next Thursday?
Yeah.
That's when Paul Caldwell's playing.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
It's going to be, this is going to be out beforehand.
You have to cut that part out.
No, because this is going to be released.
I know, but we're not allowed to tell the artist. The artist can't be talked about.
But this will, okay, I'll cut it out, but this will be released probably afterwards.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay. No, I thought you were saying it was going to be released before.
No one knows.
It's a secret, so Paul announced it on his socials, but we don't.
That's how I know.
Yeah,
that's how I know.
See, we let them promote it, so like their friends will go. So.
Okay, all right.
They can promote it, but they can't promote who else is on their lineup, and we don't promote it. So like, yeah,
that's very good.
Because I was like,
let's leave all that in.
Yeah, okay. But the thing is, because then like their friends and family know to go. Whereas like, if you're the musician and then. You just turn up for a gig, and then your parents are like, "Oh, I wish I could have went to that gig." Sorry, I kept it a secret. Like, there has to be some element to promote it.
Yeah, 100%.
And then we did have the.
No, that's very. That
but
makes
then we
sense.
did have the location a secret too. which I think is a cool idea too. You
Keep that a secret, because I don't know that.
Okay, no, well that's public knowledge.
Tell me after.
That's public knowledge. So what we're doing now is testing out. We're giving the location, because some people are like, oh, I live way out in Kitts, but what if it's Gastown on a Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock? It mightn't really suit the time you get home from work.
Fuckers.
Yeah, so you can't please everyone. So we're just trying to test out. So we're trying to give the location out now in advance to see how that works, and then we're going to try and take that back and maybe release the artists and not the location to see what people. We're just looking for feedback, because like we're only new. We've only ran this is our 5th show.
Yeah.
So it's still pretty new. It's taking a lot of work. So it's a lot harder. Shout out to Ollie, who's putting all the graft in, because I'm so busy with everything else.
Trying to find a location for that, because it's so intimate, is it like, it could be like a library or like a coffee shop or anything?
It's difficult.
Very difficult, right?
Because everyone's looking for like rental fees, and I'm like, okay, we're only bringing 40 to 50 people at like $20 ticket. I was like, time we pay for artists out, and then we do our marketing budget, posters, and then the sound, renting all the sound equipment. I was like, we can't really afford to be like. So what we're doing is we're really lucky. A lot of people that are getting on board want to support us and build together. So the way we put it is, if you help us grow, we can help you grow.
Of course.
So that's where we're lucky. A lot of our venues, they've been really good like that.
That's cool.
They're kind of giving it on discount rates, or like they give you give it free, or like they do discounts for the customers, whoever's coming.
But even like back to your original point, is you're setting up a community for fucking anyone, even the people that hold it to. And
that's why I think what people like. It's more community based.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're just coming in here and we're going to charge a fortune for tickets and like take all the money and go off. All the money we make goes straight back into it.
Well, unreal.
So we've got a lot of plans to move forward, which are like still in the works at the moment. But like we're going to have our own website, which is going to have like, so if you're a member of the community, then you can access like, you can get on to like, we can have like different things on how to find someone to join your band, like music classes. We're going to have like loads of different things.
Oh, I see.
But it's a lot. And we're only really in the early stages of everything.
And like on the website, you'll have that like catalogue of previous artists.
Yeah.
Because today I was on Irish Noon Vancouver. You posted a comment. Someone was like, "Oh, I'm looking for an artist that can do
for an
event, or a DJ that could do an event."
Yeah. So on ours is literally going to be, you can go in and like we can have the catalogue. So we have a YouTube channel as well.
Yeah.
Which Ollie's great. He takes content for. So what he does is he gives all the artists content from the show, which like is invaluable to artists.
100%.
So what we do is we post it on our YouTube channel too. So it's a great way, like if you want to look for an artist.
That's
I get this
class,
since we started. I always get people reaching out to me and they're like, "Oh, such played for you on such a day. Any chance you have their contact? I'd like to get them to do something else." So I know a few of our artists have played at other stages. Some of them played at the Irish Fusion Festival. Apologies. So some of them seen them at our events and they're like, "Okay, cool." And we get that all the time. And that's the whole point of it, is to build a community. We're not here just to like, let's take your money.
No, yeah.
It's to build everyone.
Yeah.
So like if we can give you a platform to go and perform on, to then get you more gigs, then I feel we've done our job.
Yeah, 100%. And creating a gig that's like top notch too, for the audience, right?
What the thing is with intimate shows is everyone's there and will sit and listen.
Yes.
So it's not in a big busy bar where everyone's moving, so you don't move when the show's on.
Can I ask you one thing that I think I would like to do, if for the secret ones or for the smaller ones, have a little phone box so no one's fucking on their phone. Be a great idea.
But nobody actually goes on the phone at all.
Yeah.
It's great. The odd person might take their phone out, take a little video.
Yeah.
But no, it's great. Like everyone sits there, dead silence, and like it really gives these artists like the opportunity, because they all sing original songs.
That's sick.
And like realistically, if you're in a busy bar, you're not going to grab the attention of everyone. So you actually listen to all the words. So like some of them, one guy singing a song about moving away from home, and like there was a couple of Irish there, and you're like, it resonates with you for being away from home. So like little things, whereas like if you're in a busy bar, you might have heard the name of the song, but realistically...
Then there's like fucking a keg just getting refitted or something in the background.
Some girl screaming to her friend on the way to the bathroom. It's like, you miss everything. Like, so no, it's really good because you actually get to learn about the artist because they talk through it. It's really cool.
It's kind of like, have you ever watched Tiny Desk?
Yeah.
It's more intimate setting like that with local artists is fucking fantastic, man. It's a great idea.
So hopefully we can go bigger and better as we move on. Get through the winter. We've got a lot of plans for it. It's just trying to keep it moving along with my many other ships I've got moving at the moment.
I can imagine it's difficult, or like is it? It's a mad exciting life, I can imagine. You know?
Yeah, well, I went back working a full-time job too.
Yeah.
So I was working full-time on the events for like 18 months. But I don't know why, just stupidly, when we were quiet in July and August, I said, fuck this, I'm used to being like 14-hour days. So I was like, okay, I'm going back working full-time. So I went back working full-time the end of July.
Holy
so
shit.
I'm working full-time and now running the ships out of the city.
Holy fuck. I'm going to get another beer there. There's a full one. But, fucking... So, Amadan Promotions, you also sign artists. You signed
we
Olio Mac.
Yeah, Olio Mac.
Shout out to the boys, because they're fucking champs.
So they're taking a hiatus at the moment.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But yeah, they're great boys. So we're hoping to have them back in the new year. And we also manage Derek Warfield, as you met last week.
Yeah.
And the Young Wolf Tones, which we had great fun last week.
Man, that was fucking top notch.
There's a lot of talent in that band.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of people just presume the Young Wolf Tones aren't going to be as good. But I think they put on one hell of a show. We had our own little secret sessions with Eddie and Brittany, which and Derek even had the start
in
before
the
he went
Shamrock
home.
Alley, yeah, man. And just, when Eddie, you just knew he was so enthusiastically into the music, and he was like, "Oh, I love this song. This song comes from the 1800s," and then he just like pulls it out of his arse, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, and he said he only heard it once, and he went off and learned it in 5 days or something.
Oh my god, I couldn't. Yeah,
he's
that's
a genius.
Highly talented person.
Eddie's great. Eddie's in the band just over a year.
Sound.
Eddie's 100%. He deserves everything he gets. I hope he continues getting as much as he gets.
So you have the two of them. Have you any more acts?
No.
At the moment, but you're looking for some.
We're kind of looking, but then I'm so busy at the moment. I'm trying to take a step back. Lavengro, I do stuff for them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw them. They were here for St. Patrick's weekend.
I have not. No.
Shout out to the boys as well. We're doing a lot of shout outs here.
Yeah.
They're from Derry. They're young lads. They're a pop band. Brought them over here to do Celtic Fest.
Oh, I think I know of them. Yeah.
So they just got taken over management by pretty big guys. So those boys are doing really good. So I'm dying to get them back over here again. They supported the Coronas recently.
Nice. I see the Coronas are off to Australia now.
Yeah, so Lavengro are doing a lot of big bits at the moment. And they're only young lads.
Yes.
So they're like 4 little brothers flying into the city here. Swear they never got out of the house before. But no.
Wet around the ears.
So we're trying to bring them back. Then we just try and find young Irish talent and then give them an opportunity and bring them over here. Nice. And then if we're moving into like Toronto and New York, then it's easier for us to like give them a few shows.
Yeah, that's
so it gives them a bit of opportunity. And again, it's like secret sessions, putting them on a platform.
Yeah.
So we're kind of focusing on the Irish side of things at the moment.
Okay.
Irish DJs. We've kind of focused on mostly Irish DJs for the first year with Jika Jika.
Yeah.
So the first year, I suppose we're just into the second year now with Amadan Promotions. So we focused on like Blind Boy, Ardal O'Hanlon, Derek Ward from Young Wolf Tones.
So you can see this as in Amadan Promotions will be a mixture of like comedy and like Irish folk singers or even just singers.
Even just singers.
Yeah.
It just so happened that we got the opportunity to do Derek Warfield last year.
Yeah.
Then we started managing them straight after we'd done the gigs with them. We done 2 shows last year, here in Calgary.
Unreal.
When we were rushing back to Calgary, it's minus 26 degrees the night of the gig. So no, that wasn't great. But yeah, we started managing them since last year. So we've done maybe 15 shows with them this year.
Unreal.
Yeah, we help book their different shows, do promotions for them, marketing.
So cool.
Amadan Promotions is kind of a bit of everything. So we manage acts, we book acts, we do marketing for acts, we do promotions, we bookers. Yeah, there's a lot to it. It kind of depends what the artist is doing. But we managed Black Donnelly as well. Did you see them?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I seen them at the Irish Fusion Festival.
They headlined that. So then they're coming back now next month with Kira Diggum.
9th of December? 8.
With Kira Diggum, Christy Diggum's daughter from Aslan.
And they're doing actual tribute. Yeah.
So the boys are going to sing from their own album, and then Kira's going to sing from a new album that just went to number 2. She only released that last week, the week before. Yeah, so she's doing bits. So fair play to her. because her father died this year. So I was like, it's a lot for her to actually come out with a whole album.
100%.
Yeah, so she's going to be here in December. So I'm really excited to meet her in person. And that'll be pretty cool. And then they'll have the whole tribute to Christy as well, which will be pretty cool.
Where is that? That's on in the Pearl?
The Pearl, yeah.
The Pearl's just after opening, is it?
So that used to be the venue before COVID.
Yeah.
Then I heard nothing about it. And then they approached me maybe like May, June time.
Yeah.
Like, we're back open now. Maybe you come do some shows.
It's a good old spot.
Yeah, it's right in the city centre, so it's a bit easier to get to.
100%. Unreal. So there's Secret Sessions.
Yeah.
What's the next one? That's next week, right?
Yeah, that's next Thursday.
Have you anyone coming up lined up after that?
No, we haven't that confirmed yet.
Okay, sweet.
I know. We're lucky.
Give me a break. Fuck.
Give me a break. So and then we've got some DJ stuff to announce very, very soon.
Is that for like New Year's or
before Christmas?
Before Christmas. Before Christmas.
Yeah, before Christmas. We've got some bits there.
Oh, can I ask? How did the name Jika Jika come about?
That is, I'm not really sure where the actual...
I thought it was like a record going...
No, there's some big story behind this, but I'll have to get Stephen Porter to tell you the story. Because I know the story, but I know I'll fuck up the story, so I'm not going to tell the story.
Next time.
There's a mad meaning behind it, right? But it's pure random. But yeah, we'll let Stephen Porter tell that story. I'll get him on the podcast for you when he's 100%. Back.
Fucking. So there's any other like random story when you like fucking dealing with an artist or even promotion or anything like that? We'll leave it on.
When I was reading these questions, I laughed at this for a solid 10 minutes. I have so many stories with artists, but I'd say a lot of them aren't. I wouldn't be allowed to tell.
Yeah, of course.
I think the best one was when I was sitting with Blind Boy. So we were sitting in Toronto, just me and him drinking cans in the back green room. He's like, oh, one of my friends is going to come today. And I was like, oh, yeah. He's like, now can you let them in the side door? I don't want them to make a fuss. And I was like, who the fuck's
no worries, man,
yeah. And then I was like, so who's this guest? He goes, oh, he's going to text you when he's outside. Like,
oh, he gave you your note? Yeah.
So, because he's like, he didn't want any interference coming in the main door. I was like, who the fuck's sitting here in Toronto? It was Robert Sheehan. I don't watch TV, so like I know who Robert Sheehan is, but I didn't really like the big, like the way everyone goes absolutely crazy for him.
Yeah.
So I was like, why am I bringing him in the side door? Like I knew who he was, but whatever. So I brought him in the side door. So that was. Like,
he's a very kind of like fashionista guy as well. Did he walk in pure like proper? Right?
Yeah, well he has like little scarves. Like he's really well dressed. Like especially someone coming from Ireland. But he's doing really well for himself. So we brought him in the side door. That was great. Then at halftime we came back. He was me and him drinking cans. I just thought this fucking weird. I'm sitting here, Robert Sheehan, and Blind Boy sitting around the table. But whatever. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing ever.
Unreal,
but then as the drinks started flowing, everyone started getting louder.
Yeah.
So then from Blind Boy bringing Robert in the side door to like avoid the hassle, Robert decides to go down to the main bar and cause havoc because he's just talking to everyone. Blind Boy was like, who's that talking as the show's on? I was like, yeah, sorry, it's Robert Sheehan.
Holy fuck.
He started talking at the bar. But yeah, no, then I went drinking with Robert after, and Robert's a laugh.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Shout out to Robert. And Blind Boy.
Yeah, two absolute amazing people.
Yeah, man, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I had a great laugh. If anyone wants to hit you up on social media, if you're an artist that wants to hit you up, do they hit you up on Secret Sessions or Amadan Promotions?
You can hit me up on any of them and we'll point you in the right direction.
Amadan Promotions,
Jika Jika, and Secret Sessions Vancouver.
And that's on Instagram, are you on TikTok, all of them, right?
I think we're about on everything.
Everything?
Yeah. And YouTube as well, if you need us. You'll find us somewhere.
Brilliant. The future's bright. I'm looking forward to going to the Secret Sessions. 100%.
Yeah, that's one of my favourites. So if we can get more people coming to that, then it'll just grow faster and faster. Fact.
Sweet, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks for watching or listening. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Woo.